Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this really cool earring. I'm going to make the other one, filming it to show you how I made it. Using the Timeless Tones kit box from Potomac Beads for June of 2025. So if you're not familiar with the Potomac Beads, it's the treasure box, but they're calling this one the Timeless Tones kit box because they had 3 different kits in there and they were all separated. I decided to not do the kit because I figured a lot of other influencers were doing the kit, so I wanted to do something else to show you that you could use them for something else. So if you are not familiar with it, the price monthly for this box is $39.99. If you price it quarterly, it's $34.99, so you save $60 a year. And if you price it annually, it's $29.99, so you save $120 a year. I will leave the link below to their website, and you can go check them out. They also have a lot of other beads and findings and everything on their website that are great. So I'm going to start with the gem duos that came in the box. The bronze pale gold. I'm also going to be using the Potomac Pearls, the bright white 6mm package. There was a package of 45 in there. I'm using the Potomac crystal bicone beads. They had 2 packages of 120, and these are gorgeous. Then I'm going to be using the Azuki seed beads, the silver line sapphire 11Os with this, and then I have a number 10 needle, and I have some of my favorite thread that I use. Although they gave us some thread in the box, but I already had a spool open, so I didn't want to open up another one right now. So let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to move the few things out of the way that I don't need. I'm going to put a few of the seed beads right here. So I'm going to do 6 of the gem duos, and you want to make sure because they have, if you look, this is the front. If you tip it to the side, let me put it in there, there is a front and a back. The back is flat and the front has a little dome on it. So you want to make sure that you do it like that. So here's the front. So I'm going to grab one of them and a seed bead, 2, a seed bead, 3, seed bead, 4, seed bead, 5, seed bead, and then 6, and a seed bead. So you want to make sure, so this is what it'll look like. So you want to have a seed bead at the end, not on both sides, or it will come out lopsided. Okay, so now I'm going to drag this all the way down. I have like a wingspan of thread. So this is what it looks like, and I will tie it right here. And I like to lay it down when I do the second knot just to make sure that it doesn't loosen up. Okay, and then sometimes I'll take my bent chain nose pliers, just kind of give it a good tug like that. So then you can either take that string. What I do is I like to go through a couple of them and kind of pull that knot inwards a little bit. So it kind of gets caught inside of the bead, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. You get that little piece out. I'll take this and kind of pull it a little bit. So now the knot is inside there. I will take this like this, and I will cut this piece. Okay, so let me show you here. Okay, so that's the earring. So now I'm going to flip this over like this, and I'm going to go up through the top one. So now this is the back part of it. So it's like this, okay? So now I'm going to do a seed bead, and now we're going to do the back, use the back, and then another seed bead. I'll show you. So you can see that right there. And I'm going to go through the top. So it looks like that. And then I'm just going to keep doing that. I flip them over a lot while I'm working on them. So you just want to make sure, like when you have super duos, it doesn't matter. But with these, it does matter. These would be like a fun, like an earring for a wedding, like if you're kind of dressed up. Okay, so I flip that over. And then I go through here again. Okay. A seed bead, backwards gem duo, another seed bead. Just make sure as you're doing this that your gem duos, that if you're doing the back, that the back is what's showing. Okay, right here, and we're doing another one. Another tipped over gem duo, and another one here. Okay, we're almost done here. And then we're going to go through. I have so much string on here, so much thread, that I want to make sure I'm not and then I'm just going to keep sewing through it, because I like to do it, I like to rethread it because it seems to make it more sturdy. Having a little bit, I don't want the earring to be floppy. Especially if you sell your jewelry like I do, you want to make sure that it isn't floppy. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit this down like this, make sure that it's pulled tight so there's no separation. I'm just going to go, and without disturbing it, pull it like that, go and pull up. When I get closer, I'm going to look to make sure it's in the right spot. Yeah, I'm just going to make that. I don't want to disturb the thread though. And then I'm going to go through a little bit more. Just because this is kind of like the base for the earring, and you want it to be as sturdy as possible. I know my video ends up being a little longer, but if it gives you a good result, then it's worth it. Okay. Okay, so that's where we are right here. You could actually leave it like this if you wanted to. Okay, so now we did this one, we did this one. So now we're gonna end up doing a seed bead. Okay, so it's gonna be a seed bead, a crystal bead, a gem duo, a crystal bead, and a seed bead. So now I'm back to the front like this. And we're going to jump up to the top. Okay, so here we're at the top. So now it's going to be a seed bead, a crystal bead. Now we're back on the front again. So you want to get the front of the gem duo. Then another crystal bead and another gem duo. Okay, so let me show you this. So that's what it should look like. Okay, and then we're going to go in through the top. Just make sure your gem duos are facing the right way. So that's what that looks like. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to do seed bead, crystal, forward gem duo, a crystal, and a seed bead. Make sure before you put it on, just make sure that your groups of beads are the way you want it, because you don't want to like have something sewn and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute here. And you have like too many seed beads, or you're missing a seed bead. Because I know I would have to undo the whole earring because I'm a perfectionist. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to do it again. One crystal. This crystal. And that. I think I ended up using 17 gem duos for this whole thing. So here's this. We're going to do one more. This crystal, gem duo, crystal, seed bead. Okay. So here we are like this. And then, maybe see if I could show you more and turn that over like that. So then for the last one, we're going to do a seed bead, a crystal, a pearl, a crystal, and a seed bead. So this will be the top of the earring. So we're doing, get some lace crystal, pearls now. Put one of the gem duos away. So we're going to do a seed bead, a crystal, a pearl, a crystal, and a seed bead. Okay. We're going to pick it up. And we're going to move it into here. Pull this all the way. And that should be what it looks like. I'm going to go in and reinforce this one more time. Okay, do it again. And then we're going to do this one. Okay. And then we're going to do this one. We'll be back up at the top again. I have to go through that twice. so now this is where we're at. So I'm pulling that. Pull that all the way down. Okay, have that, pull that, and then I'm going to go through a few more. Okay, so now we're like this. Okay, so next we have all of those right there. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to jump up one and I'm going to do seed bead, crystal, seed bead, pearl, seed bead, crystal, pearl. Okay. So I'm going to go through one more of these because then I'm going to have to jump through. These are nice and sturdy. I can feel like that they're not moving at all. And I like to kind of smash that down when I do that. Okay. So now we're going to turn it around. Okay. And then when we do all that, we're going to just go through that, if that makes sense. I'll show you as I'm doing it. Okay, so seed bead, crystal, seed bead. Okay, so here we are here. So we're doing seed bead, crystal, seed bead, pearl. So here we have this. Now we're going to repeat that again. Seed bead, crystal, seed bead. So this is what it should look like. And now we're going to go through the top like this. The 1 second, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. The 1 second, I just want to count these. I made this a couple days ago, so 6. Okay, so now when we get to the top one, we're doing, let me grab this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 seed beads like this. And then you want it, because this is the top pearl, you want it to go through that seed bead, the crystal, and through that pearl. I'll show you when it pull it through. Oh. Okay, so like this. So then we're going to go through the crystal and through the seed bead like that. And we're going to do 6 more. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go through the top one. Okay. So that is that right there. Oh, hold on 1 second. I made a mistake. I didn't go through. One second. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that. We're going to do seed bead, crystal, seed bead, pearl, and then seed bead, crystal, and seed bead. I'm going to go up through the top again. I'm going to do that all the way around. Seed bead, crystal, seed bead, pearl, seed bead, crystal, and seed bead. And we're going to go through here. And then do that one more time. Seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and then pearl, seed pearl, and then seed bead, crystal, seed bead. Okay, pick that up, and that's going to go straight through there. Okay, so now we're going to go through all of these one more time. Okay, go through that. Pull. Go through this one more time. And then through all the seed beads here. Gives it a nice base. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good day here. It's so funny because I always have like the music going or watching one of my shows, but because of copyright, I can't play any music. So it's so quiet in here. Okay. Okay, so here's this. So now we're going to jump up to the top. Let me get through the rest of this. I'll go up by we'll go by there. I'm going to put the ear wire on too. I like to do that like when I get to where I'm supposed to be because I just feel like it's a little more solid then. Okay, the ear wire comes from the crystal back there. Okay. Now let's go through here. Back up here. And through here. Okay, and now we're getting up towards here. And we're gonna, I'm coming from the back here, that's why it's, okay. Put that last seed bead in. Okay. So here is the top. So now we have, I just want to make sure, okay. So now I do 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here we are, this is the back side. So we're going through the crystal. Can't get the, can't get my, there we go. There we go, okay. So through the crystal, but not through the pearl. Terrified when these are gonna break. Okay, so now we're gonna do, get some more seed beads here. Okay. Make sure I've got enough light. Okay. So now where is my ear wire? Oh, here it is. Forgot to tell you we needed an ear wire too. Okay. So it's coming up through the crystal. So then it's got 1, 2, 3 seed beads and a crystal bead. Now this is the front of it, so you want to make sure that you put it on the right way because I have to put the pearls on yet. So we're going to have it going through this way, and then we're going to do another crystal, and then 3 more seed beads. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to go through the pearl and come out the other end of the pearl. So it looks like this. Okay. Now you're going to flip that over, and I'm going to go through that one more time. Go up through those 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, the crystal. Then down through the crystal, 2, 3 seed beads. Make sure it doesn't grab. Okay. And now we're going to come through that pearl one more time. Okay. So this is the earring. Now I'm going to add the pearls in the front. Okay. So you could either stop right here or you could add the pearls. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding, so coming through this crystal, it's a seed bead, a pearl, and a seed bead. So I'm coming through, let me get through here. So we go through this crystal. Oh, it's to come out through the, okay. Come through this crystal, like this. It's like that. And then it's a seed bead, a pearl, and a seed bead. And then I go through the top of the gem duo. So seed bead, a pearl, pearl, and a seed bead. And then I do a different, this is just right up at the top. Then I do a different pattern after that. Then I go through the gem duo. Get that up there so you can see it. Okay. So that's the first one, like that. So now, after that, coming through the gem duos, it's a seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. So now, coming to the next gem duo, seed bead, pearl, seed bead, pearl, seed bead. So this is what it should look like. And now we're just going through the gem duos up at the top. So now I'm going to go and jump through to the next gem duo and pull that down like that. Now we're going to do one more. Seed bead, pearl, seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. Okay, and now we're going to go through to the next gem duo. Like that. And we're going to do the next one. Seed bead, pearl, seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. Okay. And we're going to jump up to gem duo. Make sure you don't get any of the seed beads, other seed beads in here. You don't want them in there. Okay, then we're going to do more time. Seed bead, pearl, seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. And here we go to the next gem duo, and then get that up through there. And then after this, we're going to do that different one. We're just going to do the seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. So seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. And that is going to go up into the crystal by cone. These are so slippery. Here, I think I got it now. Nope, sorry if I'm blocking the camera. I'm trying to get my needle through. Okay, there we go. Just get through the crystal at least. Okay. And make sure that it's laying in the front. Okay. So let me try and get through this pearl one more time. Okay. And like that. And everything looks good. So I'm going to go and tie a knot right here. Like that. I'm going to go through the crystal if I can get through it. I don't think I can. I'm going to go back up in through these then. It's not going to hurt to go 2 or 3 times up through the ear wire part. Okay, I'm going to come down for this and the seed beads. I have it in the back here. I'm going to go and I'm going to cut it. What's good is I have some knots throughout it. So these are the earrings. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this might have been a little longer of a video, but there was quite a few steps to these. So I hope you enjoyed these. And like I said, I will leave a link to Potomac bead box below. This is their treasure box. And I will leave links also to all of my social media. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And give me a thumbs up and even leave me a comment. It helps my algorithms and it helps to keep me motivated to keep doing videos for you. So I hope you enjoyed this and I will see you on my next video. You all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.